Welcome to Cartoon Story.
The Little Firefly Who Found His Sparkle. Once upon a time, deep in a cozy, shadowy forest, lived a little firefly named Flicker. Flicker had the softest little wings and the cutest little antennae, but he had a big problem. Flicker was afraid of the dark. Now, you might think, a firefly afraid of the dark? That's silly. But it was true. Every evening, as the sun dipped and the forest grew dim, Flicker would tremble. All the other fireflies, his big sister, Glow, and his cousin, Buzz, would eagerly zip out, turning the night into a magnificent, twinkling disco ball. Their lights pulsed bright yellow and green, signaling to each other in a joyful, silent language. But Flicker? He would hide under a broad maple leaf. One night, his friend, a wise old owl named Hoot, landed silently on a branch above him. "Little Flicker," Hoot whispered, his big eyes gleaming, "why are you hiding tonight?" Flicker peeped out, his tiny voice barely a squeak. "It's so dark, Hoot. It's too big and too dark. I'm afraid I'll get lost, or maybe my light won't be strong enough to guide me home." Hoot blinked slowly. "Ah, Flicker. That is a tricky thought. But you see, the darkness is not empty. It is full of things waiting to be discovered, and it needs your light more than anything." Flicker shook his head sadly. "But I don't know how to make my light shine brightly. I try, but it just comes out as a weak, tiny blink." The big storm. Just as Hoot finished speaking, a big gust of wind roared through the trees. Whoosh! The sky turned an angry, cloudy gray, and huge raindrops began to splatter. A powerful thunderstorm had arrived. "Oh no!" cried Hoot. "The wind is shaking my nest. I must go check on my owlets." He flew off quickly into the rain. The storm was terrifying. The wind whipped Flicker's maple leaf right off the branch and spun him into the air. Flicker was alone, cold, and scared. He tumbled through the swirling leaves until he finally crash-landed onto the damp, mushy forest floor, far away from his home tree. He tried to blink his light, hoping to signal his sister, but the thunder was too loud, and the rain was too heavy. His little light flickered weakly, almost invisible in the storm. Flicker curled up, trying not to cry. He felt the darkness closing in on him, and his fear made him feel small, smaller than ever. Finding the courage. Suddenly, Flicker remembered Hoot's words, "The darkness needs your light." He realized that hiding and being afraid wasn't going to help him now. The only way to get home was to be brave and let his light show him the way. Flicker took a deep breath, puffed out his little chest, and squeezed his abdomen, the part of him where the light lived. Instead of thinking about the darkness, he thought about the path he needed to see. He focused on being strong. He focused on his little firefly muscles. And then, he let it go. Flicker's light burst forth. It wasn't just a weak blink, it was a clear, steady, beautiful golden glow. It pierced through the rain and made the damp leaves around him shimmer. It was the courage light. He saw a familiar mushroom and a big root sticking up, signs he was close to the big oak tree. Flicker lifted his brave wings and flew slowly, steadily, his strong, golden light leading the way. He flew past the splashing puddles and the swaying ferns, and soon, he saw a familiar flash of green light. It was his big sister, Glow, flying low, desperately searching. "Flicker! There you are," cried Glow, flying right to him. "Your light! It's so bright. I saw it through the rain." Flicker had found his way back, and his light was shining brighter than it ever had before. A new twinkle. When the storm passed, Flicker and Glow flew home together. "You were amazing, little brother," Glow said, nuzzling him. "Where did that strong light come from?" Flicker didn't hide under a leaf this time. He just gave a confident little blink and smiled. "I realized that the light I was looking for was always inside of me," he said. "I just needed to be a little brave and let it out. My light isn't just to talk to you, it's to help me when I'm scared." From that night on, Flicker was never afraid of the dark again. He still shivered sometimes when the wind blew, but he knew that whenever he felt afraid, he had a special sparkle, his courage light, that would always light his way. And he flew out every night, a strong, steady twinkle in the big, beautiful forest.
That's all from my end. I make helpful videos daily, so do subscribe my channel. Any kind of problem, please comment below. Stay updated with our cool products, as it will make your life much more easier.